Okay, hello. We are from Group 8, consists of me, Dian Steps Mangunsong, and my friends Hertati Banurea. In this time, we will explain about our critical journal review about the non-verbal communication OGGG Japanese. Introduction. Nonverbal communication is a process undertaken by an individual or more when conveying nonverbal goods that have the potential to stimulate meaning in the mind of other individuals. Gesture, also called gesture, is a form of nonverbal communication in which visible bodily action communication certain message either in lieu of speech of or simultaneously and in parallel with word. Japanese people are very famous for their very polite characteristic in their action and of which is ojigi, where they will bow their interlocutor to give respect and be more polite. Theory that we use is according to Yoshioki Okiyu. Basically, there are two types of ojigi in general, namely standing position or restaural and sitting position or jare, then defined into three levels according to the intensive. For the standing position, we use the one of that there is a standing position is retusure, namely the first is bend 50 degrees or esaku, and the second 30 degrees both of or kairi, and a 45 degree both of or saikeri. And we found and used reference. There are several journal. The first journal is about the title is nonverbal communication in any medium diamond non ace episode 1 and 2 battery semiotic approach from the Ningrum Third Nursery. uh, the publication year in 2020. The summary of the journal is based on the above analysis, the authors conclude that there are many nonverbal markers found in the anime diamond noise in episode 1 and 2, especially in hand gesture. From the overall data, the facial signs kindness markers amount to 43 starting from the eyes, eyebrow, forehead, cheek, mouth, and the teeth, and the 50 psych and gesture, and 25 psych on the body posture hand, and shoulder and body, and 12 psych on the iconography. From these markers, it can be seen the various expressions that the characteristics show, ranging from expression of anger or surprise to feeling of disbelief. Okay, the next explanation will be explained by her Tati.
Okay, and now I will explain about the journal too. The identity of second journal is the first is title, the meaning of body language, a cross-cultural study. The second is the author is Nengah Mile, and the third is the publisher is Kulturistik Jurnal Bahasa dan Budaya, and the fourth is place of publication in Indonesia. The fifth is year of publication 2020, and the last is volume there is four. The summary of Journal 2 is humans are social creatures who are very dependent on other people. A person's life is very independent on other parties. Human cannot live without the presence of people in society from Mustaqim 8084 in page 1. As social beings, humans are completed to associate with other humans. Humans have interest in conveying their thoughts, expressing themselves, expressing opinions, and influencing others. In this regard, language becomes very important in human life. The importance of language covers almost all area of life. Everything that is experienced and felt by humans can only be expressed or conveyed by means of language, either through spoken or written language or sign language. So it can be said that language is made is the main tool for communication. And the next is the third of journal. The first is the identity of third journal. The first is the title is analysis of the meaning of Ojigi in Nobunaga Concerto film. The second is the author is Aditya Nurmaningsi Dompo. And the third is place of publication is in Indonesia. And the fifth is year of publication is 2080. And the last is volume is 3. And the summary is the meaning contained in each ojiki performed are also different. In royal environment, Oda Nobunaga, as in the film of Nobunaga concerned, also experience this kind of thing. Ojiki are very important in place environment, having high respect, active for the king, royal vassals, and their bodyguards all well aware of their respective position. Basically, the meaning Basically, the meaning of Ojigi contained in Nobunaga's film has one goal, namely mutual respect for one another is only differential by the position of each person. So, there are classification according to the types that exist and according for the current conditions. And the last is the conclusion. So, in communication, there are two types of communication. Verbal communication can be done in between speakers and listener. Use language that is equally understood by both parties. It is different if we communicate use body language or sign language. The use of body language or gestures in communication requires a more complex understanding because body movement in a region of nation something have the same meaning or may also have different meanings. In some of explanation above regarding the nonverbal communication of Ojigi Japanese people, which sometimes other countries don't understand the meaning of, but the body language they use have become a habit and culture that is inherent in their life, which we often encounter in several Japanese films. I think that's all from our group. We say thank you.